Viewers, all eyes are going to be on Prime Minister Modi and the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat's meeting in Nagpur. Prime Minister Modi is all set to visit the Smriti Mandir in the city. He will pay tributes to the RSS founders Keshav Hedgewar as well as MS Golwalkar. In fact, the Prime Minister's visit coincides with the RSS functions marking of the Gudi Padwa festival and the Hindu New Year. Preparations are currently underway in full swing by the BJP workers to welcome the Prime Minister in Nagpur. The RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat, as well as the senior RSS leader Bhaiyaji Joshi, as well as Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, the Union Minister Nitin Gadkari are all likely to attend this event. Ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit, "Ek hai to safe hai" posters have also been put up in the city. The slogan became the theme of the BJP in 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be in Nagpur for almost 4 hours tomorrow. And ahead of his visit, there are posters that have come here in Nagpur, and these have been published by none other than Bhajpa Jiladhyaksh Sudhakar Kohle and rest of them also. They say, "Ek hai to safe hai." The significance of it, this is the term that has been coined by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ahead of Maharashtra election. Remember the kind of result that 2024 Lok Sabha elections have seen. BJP believed that the narrative that was spread by Congress by dividing various caste and society has harmed it electorally, and this is exactly what they were trying to diffuse, and this has seen a very good success in Maharashtra election, and this is the exactly reason why "Ek hai to safe hai" posters have come up here in Nagpur ahead of Prime Minister's visit. Not just that, it is a city that has witnessed riots recently. In fact, two of the communities had a clash, and Congress has been attacking Maharashtra government over it. This is a very large, very significant message that the BJP Maharashtra is trying to send out ahead of Prime Minister's visit.
Well, Prime Minister Modi is also scheduled to visit Diksha Bhumi, where Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar had embraced Buddhism. He will lay the foundation stone of a new building of Madhav Netralaya Premium Center, aimed to provide affordable and world-class eye care services. He will also visit the Solar Defence and Aerospace Limited's ammunition facility in Nagpur. Now, as RSS completes 100 years, listen in to what Home Minister Amit Shah told Group Editor-in-Chief Nayaka Kumar at the Times Now Summit.
100 साल राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ के हो रहे हैं। आप क्या समझते हैं, क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा? क्योंकि पॉलिटिक्स में बहुत सवाल जवाब इस मुद्दे पर उठते हैं, पार्लियामेंट में भी, पार्लियामेंट के बाहर में भी। आप राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ को कैसे देखते हैं?
देखिए, राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ के कंट्रीब्यूशन को नापने का ना कोई सिस्टम बना है, ना इस स्केल के योगदान को नापने की कोई पद्धति है। एक नागरिक को अच्छा नागरिक बनाना, राष्ट्रभक्त बनाना, इससे बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन देश के विकास के लिए हो ही नहीं सकता। संघ का ये जो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है, इसके नाप की कोई फुटपट्टी ही नहीं है। ढेर सारे क्षेत्रों में संघ के स्वयंसेवकों ने देश के विकास के लिए बहुत बड़ा योगदान दिया है और देश को 2 प्रधानमंत्री भी दिए हैं।
तो संघ का कितना हस्तक्षेप रहता है पार्टी के अध्यक्ष बनाने में?
जरा भी हस्तक्षेप नहीं रहता है। हमारे सरकारवाह ने क्लियर भी कर दिया है कि भाई हर संगठन अपने तरीके से चलता है।
Now, Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to visit Diksha Bhumi, where Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar had embraced Buddhism. He will lay the foundation stone of a new building of the Madhav Netralaya Premium Center as well, as we mentioned. In fact, he will be visiting many of these locations. And while Amit Shah had also outlined how the Prime Minister has also lauded the RSS and said that he was grateful to the RSS for imbibing the values which inspired him to dedicate his life to the service of the people and the country.
भारत की महान परंपरा और संस्कृति को नई पीढ़ी तक पहुंचाने का एक संस्कार यज्ञ राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ पिछले 100 वर्ष से चला रहा है। मेरा सौभाग्य है कि मेरे जैसे लाखों लोगों को आरएसएस ने देश के लिए जीने की प्रेरणा दी है और संघ के ही कारण मुझे मराठी भाषा और मराठी परंपरा से जुड़ने का भी सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ।
My colleague Pragya is joining us from Smriti Mandir. Aranil is joining us from Diksha Bhumi with the details of the Prime Minister's itinerary and the significance of his visit today. Let me go across to Pragya first, who's joining us from Smriti Mandir, which is also a very significant part of the ideological roots of the RSS, and the Prime Minister visiting this location. Pragya, take us through the significance of it and his itinerary of the day.
Pratibha, a very happy new year. It's a Hindu Navvarsh and also Gudi Parva, and this is a very auspicious occasion, and this is exactly why it is very significant when Prime Minister is visiting Smriti Mandir. This is the resting place of top two RSS chief, Mr. Hedgewar and also Guruji Golwalkar. Both of them, the last rites were performed here in the Smriti Mandir, and Prime Minister will be arriving here around 9:05. Prime Minister will be paying floral tributes to the founder of RSS, and after that there is going to be a photo opportunity. Present on the occasion will be Mohan Bhagwat, who is RSS chief, Sarsang Chalak, and Suresh Bhaiyaji Joshi, because he is the president of the trust that has formed the Smriti Mandir. So all of them will be present here along with the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is going to stay here for almost 20 minutes, we are given to understand. He is landing here in Nagpur around 8:40 a.m. After that he is coming straight here to Smriti Mandir. If you can see SPG, commandos and also the Maharashtra police. All of them are in place. There is a tight security. The road has been barricaded from all three sides. The entry has been banned for every vehicle except the police vehicles. No one can even pass through this particular road. CM Devendra Fadnavis is also going to be here. After that, Prime Minister is going to Diksha Bhumi to pay tribute to Mr. Baba Sahab Ambedkar. Also a very strong political message that Prime Minister is going to send across from them. It's a very significant place for Dalits, and it has become a tourist place in Maharashtra as well and in the country, and Dalits across the world comes to the Diksha Bhumi because it is a place where Mr. B.R. Ambedkar embraced Buddhism. So, very strong political messages to the opponents as well from here. Secondly, when Prime Minister visits Smriti Mandir, it's also a very ideological and symbolical, because Prime Minister has been speaking about RSS and how RSS has shaped his life, and its contribution in building the nation, ensuring that it inculcates principle in people, which society comes together to help each other and to ensure that there are patriotic people in the country who will think about the nation first. And this is exactly where Prime Minister has been speaking about. After that, after the Diksha Bhumi visit of Prime Minister will be going to Madhav Netralaya. There is a premium center, eye care center, that Prime Minister will be laying foundation stone of. It's a 250 bed facility which will be constructed later on. It is also memorial in memory of, it is going to be in memory of Mr. Golwalkar, and in fact Prime Minister is going to be there and sharing stage with Mr. Mohan Bhagwat. There will be Union Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari, CM Devendra Fadnavis, Avdeshanandji Maharaj, and also Ram Janmabhoomi Temple Trust Treasurer Mr. Govind Giriji will also be present on the occasion.
Okay.
Prime Minister is going to address the gathering, and it's a very, very important occasion. Prime Minister would be seen twice along with Mohan Bhagwat.
Okay.
It's a very strong political message that also is being sent across to the opponents, because there had been many speculations and also attack by the opposition as far as RSS is concerned. So Prime Minister, putting rest to all those speculations, is saying that my ideological
very clear
roots
message that the Prime Minister is trying to send out, and he has been consistently doing that as well, whether it is what he has said in the recent past as well, reaffirming that these ideals were imbibed in him through the RSS. So you mentioned that. Before I go across to Aranil, let's tell our viewers as well how the Prime Minister has been associated with the Sangh during his early days and before entering active politics. Let's take a look at the various positions that he held as well within the RSS. So he, of course, started as a pracharak. That was back in 1972. And then within 5 years, he had become the Vibhag Pracharak of Baroda. That's how he started off within the RSS. Remember, the Prime Minister has spoken about the huge influence that the RSS has had in his entire life, in his ideals, in imbibing these values in his life. By 1979, he had become the Sambhag Pracharak of South and Central Gujarat, and he had also prepared official articles for the RSS. He had become a significant part of the RSS. Similarly, his life in the RSS continued. He became the Chief Minister after that of Gujarat as well, and now the Prime Minister, after which he will be going there to pay his tributes and also give out a very strong message. In fact, with the selection of the next BJP chief on the cards, the meeting of the Prime Minister as well as the RSS chief also seems to be very crucial on that front. In fact, let's tell you what the agenda of this key meeting could be. One, and the biggest message, of course, perhaps is going to be on the message that will go on to the opposition. And the discussion on the next BJP president would also likely come in. Let me go across to Arunil. Arunil, the Prime Minister has spoken and made it very, very clear that he is going to give out his message. And this is not just a ceremonial visit that he is making, but this is a visit that is close to his heart, a message to his detractors, those within the BJP as well. More importantly, this is going to be perhaps the first visit of the Prime Minister here after he became the Prime Minister. He has visited before, but back then he was the Chief Minister. After taking over as the Prime Minister, this would be his first visit.
Well, happy Gudi Padwa to you, Pratibha. Basically, an auspicious day for Maharashtrians as well, a new year for Marathis. And on this auspicious day, on the invitation of the RSS, PM Modi will be visiting the memorials of the RSS founders, be it Hedgewar or Golwalkar. At present, I'm reporting from the Diksha Bhumi as well. Again, a very historic place. This is the place where Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar basically embraced Buddhism with thousands of his followers. This is basically one of the tourist spots wherein the followers of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar visit this place in large numbers. Now, coming to the significance of the visit of PM Modi. First Prime Minister, while in office, basically visiting the memorials of the founders of the RSS, be it Hedgewar or be it Golwalkar as well. Now, if we basically look at it, during the 2024 Lok Sabha elections as well, a kind of a minor friction was noticed between the BJP and the RSS. In fact, JP Nadda, the RSS, basically, beg your pardon, the BJP chief had openly mentioned about the fact that the Bharatiya Janata Party wouldn't want anybody to handhold it. And a kind of a distance was maintained by the RSS and its functionaries as well. The repercussions, obviously, the BJP faced in the Lok Sabha polls. But subsequently, during the state elections, be it in Maharashtra, be it in Haryana or in Delhi as well, a kind of an olive branch was extended from both the ends, be it the BJP and the RSS as well. And that is why this visit of PM Modi basically becomes extremely historic, extremely significant as well. On the cards is also the next BJP chief, that whether the discussion will be about that as well. The Madhav Netralaya, which has been the foundation stone for a premium eye care center. Madhav Netralaya is named after Madhav Golwalkar only. And coming to the relation between PM Modi and RSS, he's always mentioned the fact that how RSS has played an instrumental factor in his life. It has basically inspired him to work for the country and also devote his life for the country as well. Time and again, he's praised RSS. He praises on the RSS, calling it as a wood rush as well, a grand banyan tree. Extremely historic day on the auspicious day of today.
Okay, all right. We're also seeing a lot of security that is in place. Happy Gudi Padwa and Ugadi. Pragya as well as Arunil, thank you for the moment for joining us with all those details. We'll come back to you through the day to get those updates as the Prime Minister is all set to visit there. But let's also shift our attention to the politics that's playing out. Now, ahead of the Prime Minister's visit to Nagpur and meeting with the RSS chief, there's no end to the politics over it. Citing this alleged rift between the BJP and the RSS, the opposition has now called the Prime Minister's visit aimed to gain political mileage. Questioning the difference in stance between the two, the opposition alleged that the people were rejecting the BJP and therefore the party was looking for support within the RSS. Meanwhile, the BJP and the RSS have rubbished the claims of what the opposition has been saying. Listen in to the war of words.
तो जरूरत के मुताबिक प्रधानमंत्री जी अपना रूप बदल लेते हैं। आरएसएस के लिए तो वो चुनाव के पहले नड्डा साहब ने कहा था कि अब हमें आरएसएस की जरूरत नहीं है, बीजेपी का सांगठनिक ढांचा बहुत मजबूत हो गया है। लेकिन मुझे लगता है उसके बाद एहसास हुआ होगा कि 240 सीटों पर बीजेपी रुक गई, तो अब फिर से आरएसएस को मिला के या उनको खुश करके या उनके साथ मिलकर काम करना चाहते हैं।
12 साल के बाद में नरेंद्र जी मोदी साहब वहां पे जा रहे, और मुझे लगता है कि भाजपा को अभी पता चल गया कि हम लोग चुनाव आरएसएस की वजह से जीता था। सवाल रहा कि अगर मोदी साहब जा रहे और परसों के दिन जो उन्होंने सौगादे मोदी जो शुरू किया है, तो इसका मतलब कि आरएसएस का विचारधारा में कुछ बदल होगा। जो 100 साल में विभाजन की बात होती थी, अब जोड़ने की बात आगे हो और देश खुशहाली से आगे बढ़े, ये हम अपेक्षा रखेंगे। इससे ज्यादा
देखिए, बंगला में एक है, दाए पोड़ले बेड़ालो गाछे उठे। जब जरूरत पड़ते हैं तभी बिल्ली भी गाछ के ऊपर चढ़ जाते हैं। ये जरूरत पड़ा तो गाछ के ऊपर चल पड़ा है, उससे नहीं होगा। भारत का जनता भाजपा को रिजेक्ट कर रहा है।
अच्छा है, बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर के स्थल पर जा रहे हैं। मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी संकल्प लेंगे कि बाबा साहब, आपके द्वारा जो बनाया हुआ संविधान है, जिस पर संकट मंडरा रहा है, ये संकट कभी नहीं आने पाएगा। और जो दलितों के ऊपर प्रदेश में, देश में जो उत्पीड़न हो रहा है, महिलाओं पर हो रहा है, ये तमाम संकल्प लेंगे।
So we continue getting you the ground reports from Nagpur. For now, we're slipping into a short break here. We'll be right back.